I wanted to gamify my life, so I took one of the core elements of gaming and adapted it into my everyday routine. Now, before I tell you how I did it, you have to understand why I did it in the first place. I was tired of constantly procrastinating, when you're laying in bed surrounded by a bunch of laundry, like fully aware that you need to fold it, but finding motivation to do that kind of thing is always kind of hard. So that made me think about video games. Games like Fortnite and Roblox, they're built around quests. So you complete a task, you earn something in return, and then you get the satisfaction of watching the progress bar increase. Those same quests give you the motivation to go back to the game and do the same thing over and over again. So I thought, why not just use the same logic but in just real life? But instead of completing quests inside a game, I wanted a device that could randomly generate these kind of tasks from a list that are already defined. So it would let me select a quest, and then it would give me a time limit to finish that quest. And with each completion, it shows me a little progress bar of how much I've done. And yes, I understand I could just clean my desk and go along with my day, but that wouldn't be as satisfying as seeing a progress bar go around saying, hey, you've completed 7 tasks in the past 48 hours. And that's the reward. The satisfaction is the reward. So here's how I envisioned the entire device to work. It would have 3 main aspects to focus on. The first is the generation of quests, the daily and weekly quests. The daily quests refresh every night at midnight. These would be like small tasks, stuff like folding laundry or cleaning my desk, like simple stuff. They could also include random fun activities that make my day a little bit just more interesting. And then there's the weekly quests. These ones will refresh every Monday and will include longer tasks, stuff like grocery shopping, cleaning my car, like things I normally do once a week. The second part to focus on is that the device will track my progress. So this will post stats onto a Discord channel every hour to see if I've completed a task in that hour. If nothing has been done in that hour, it'll skip. It doesn't just post the same recurring thing over and over again if nothing has changed. And the last part to focus on is portability. I want the device to be portable, small, tiny, and portable. I didn't want it to be permanently connected to a cable and stuck on my desk like all the other devices, so I wanted to be able to put it in my pocket and carry it around downstairs or take it wherever I want whenever I'm doing different tasks. So what do you need for this device? Well, you need 3 main things. You need an ESP32 with a screen on it, a 3D printed case, and a small battery. As for the battery, since it's very tiny, it might be easier or harder to source depending on what part of the planet you're on. Probably AliExpress is your best bet, because I got mine off of a old RC helicopter. I just ripped apart and just pulled the battery out of. So for the case, I started with an existing model from MakerWorld, then I remixed it and included the battery compartment on the back. And for the sake of this video, I'll make the battery compartment just a little bit bigger for the final version so that I can upload it on MakerWorld and you guys can download it if you want to build the same thing. The code will also be available on this channel's Git Hub repository, so you can go there, copy it, paste it, and then ready to go. With all these components, the little device actually costs just over $10 in New Zealand, but for anyone who's outside New Zealand, it's probably around $5 to $15. That's the range of the entire thing. So this is a little device that can help you make boring chores into something more fun. Well, because the device is small, I needed to make the user interface as simple and user-friendly as possible, because I also have only 2 buttons to work with and not really a complete D-pad. This whole system has 3 main parts. The first is the interface on the device itself. So this is where you can view your daily progress, your weekly progress, and like start or complete tasks. But I didn't want the device to be limited to a fixed list of generic tasks. So that's where the second part comes in, the web UI. The web UI allows you to add your own quests to the task pool. For everyone else who has different daily routines, you can add your own quests based on your hobbies or how your friend group operates. For example, maybe you and your friends like going fishing once a week. That could be a weekly quest. That way, each week you get a quest that says, go fishing, and then you go, well, I gotta complete it. Fishing. You just fishing. Now, it's safe to say that the quests won't really be the same each week, so they could be randomly generated. You could have fishing this week or fishing in a month. And because the device is also battery powered, I added in a little battery indicator so that way you always know when it's about to die. The third part is the Discord integration. I didn't want the experience to feel very isolated and limited to like one person or one device, so I added in the progress sharing to Discord. So the device becomes more of like a group activity. It can bring some friendly competition and make normal tasks feel more social and enjoyable